Yo! Good to be back. Good to be back home, back into the laboratory here. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I've laid pretty low for the last week or so. Which you might not have been aware of is that I've been actually traveling up and down the West Coast working on producing a documentary that's due to be released in very short time. And while I was gone, I'm sure you're aware of this part, is that there's been some craziness going on the internet. Some people are showing their true colors. Lots of controversy going on within the Q topic, which I will definitely address. Lots to talk about regarding that, but I won't do so in this video. I'll do that a little bit later today. And what I want to particularly talk about right here is something a little bit more philosophical in nature, because I think it'll help people hone their discernment skills, and I want to talk about authenticity. Now, this particular point in human history goes by many different names, and it's been called these things by many different groups. It's been called the Age of Aquarius, the Golden Age, Age of Enlightenment, the Great Awakening, and this particular time is not just talked about in, new agey circles. It's even talked about by religious groups. They call it revelations. These times of revelations. Well, what does that all exactly mean? What does revelation literally mean? It means to reveal, to bring out that has been hidden, to lift the veil. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Because people are becoming more connected than ever before, and this is because of many reasons, one being just because there's so many people on this planet that they're forced to connect, another being because of the internet being a wonderful tool that's bringing people together. Because of these things, there is more information being shared, more than ever before. There's more experiences, people's actual experiences being able to get out to influence the collective consciousness. More data is being shared than ever before. This is making people more conscious, more aware. The connectedness is making people more conscious. And because of this, because people are becoming more aware literally of what's going on with themselves and their individual circles and what's going on a worldwide scale, this awareness is fine-tuning people's bullshit detectors. And with this fine-tuning of the bullshit detectors, people's intuition, they're just getting much better at sensing out what's real and what's not. And I want to discuss an example first before I get on to talking about public figures on the internet, but let's relegate this to just discussing personal relationships, one-on-one relationship. Imagine you get into a personal relationship with a boy or a girl, and the more connected you're going to be in that relationship, the more aware that you're going to be of each other, the more difficult it's going to be deceitful. And the easier it's going to be to feel that something's off. To get a ping in that intuition, be like, something's not right here. I'm going to investigate. And the same goes for public figures on the internet. It's basically a one-on-one relationship we're making with people. You choose to click this video of this particular person and you start connecting with them. Or should I say connecting with the identity that they're putting out on the internet. You see, and this is where it gets a little tricky. Because when public figures like myself or whoever else that has a blog or a YouTube channel or whatnot puts themselves online, it's not really themselves, is it? It's the identity of them. It's a particular character, or it's, whatever the case is, call it what you want. It's the enigma of that individual that they're putting out, and then they're putting out information along with that. So what needs to be done is, of course, if you're going to start a blog or start a YouTube channel or something to that effect, is be, of course, authentic. The more authentic that you are, the more people are going to be able to connect with you and of course, they'll find out that you're not full of bullshit, right? So if you're putting out that identity of yourself and you're not authentic, of course, people are going to be able to sniff that out. And because of the internet, because of this connection, because of how aware people are becoming, they're getting very good at that. So the particular mindset that I have had since day one in starting this YouTube channel is to be as authentic as possible. Of course, authentic to a point that won't, I'll share as much as I can about myself and who I am and what I'm doing, up until a point that it might, of course, bridge operational security or something to that effect. Need to keep myself safe, but I have no problem sharing where I've come from, what I've done, how I support myself, what my interests are, what my information is, how I get that information, how I discern that information, right? I am as authentic as I can possibly be on this YouTube channel. And that's another reason I did a YouTube channel instead of starting a blog, because I knew that with a face put out there, that's even more authentic. You can literally see what I'm doing in my spare bedroom right here with this tapestry on the wall and these lights here and, these whiteboards and all that. I don't have anything to hide, and people can tell, which is why they're gravitating towards the message, okay? And again, it's about the message, it's not about the messenger. But if you're a, mysterious enigma of a messenger, it's going to make the message a little more difficult to bring across. Keep that in mind. But, kind of getting into rant mode here, as I typically do, the point is that authenticity is going to shine in this particular day and age. That's another name that I've actually heard people term these times in human history, is the age of authenticity, and I like that one. I like it a lot, because that's exactly what it is. If you're not going to be authentic, whether it is putting yourself on the internet, creating your own brand, creating your own business, conscious business, whatever the case is, or just getting into a relationship, if you're not authentic, they will be able to tell. And if they can't tell and you're still inauthentic and you use and abuse that relationship that you're garnering, well, God, the universe, the cosmos, the divine intelligence, it makes up everything. Well, you're going to get some bad karma from that. You're breaking some free will in some individuals right there. So anyway, that's really what I wanted to rant about right here, is the fact that authenticity shines. And the more you bring it to the table, the more success that you're going to be able to have, the more opportunity that you will have to realize your visions, to actually make a positive impact. So that's all for this one. I will be back later today with my thoughts on what's going on and a little bit more information. I'm glad to be back here at home too, so I'll be able to get into more video making, much more so than, of course, the last week. Back at it, guys. Talk to you soon.